Welcome to day 39 of the 300 movie challenge. Today we watched the highest grossing film of August 1997, which was The Full Monty.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let me at least clarify that
Okay.
technically this film came out earlier because it's a British film, but it was released in the US in August of 97. So of the stuff that was released in August in 97, it made the most money, but most of that money was actually made before that when it was in Britain, but whatever.
Actually, what was the other... Actually, we'll discuss that later and put it in an annotation or something.
Yeah.
So just wanted to clarify that because some people feel like, wait, this isn't released in this month. Well, it close enough, damn it. And also, why do you care that much?
Fallon did the research, so just take his word for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There was a black lab. Just a second.
Well, we were briefly talking about, there was, one brief intermission, and then, right after we finished, two things. One, this movie was more boring and seemed longer than we expected it to be.
Yeah, this was, again, I saw, a one-sentence description of this movie, and I was like, oh, geez, this is gonna be, really, vulgar and stupid, and, maybe it'll be in a good way, but, probably not. But I was expecting it was gonna be dumb, right? Silly dumb. And it wasn't. It was, boring.
It was really boring, and it seemed as long as a 2-hour movie, but it was only an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was
I think the problem is that as has been mentioned before, it appeared in Britain and stuff, so a lot of the humor is probably something that we did not pick up on.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so.
Yeah, so that, and it was a little bit hard to understand their accents and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It feels like one of those things oh, you just don't understand. But I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, it was just kind of hard to understand. I mean, even that I could understand, it was oftentimes, just not that funny. It was just, oftentimes there were jokes where that, oh, they're doing, risque things, or, oh, he said something kind of mean. It's okay, I don't get, where's the comedy genius? I don't get it.
And then the other thing that we talked about was the one storyline that was decently well done was the body image storyline with the overweight guy.
Yeah, I liked his storyline the most.
And with his wife and how understanding she was and how she always just accepted how he is and he doesn't have to change for her.
Yeah, I feel like if the movie was about him, I would have enjoyed it much better as opposed to the other guy, Gaz.
The blonde guy.
The quote-unquote main guy was, just good. Again, it was, there's been a couple movies like this where we've talked about, kind of where the characters are kind of, they're jerks, right? But if a movie does it well, it's still, a sympathetic person, or you understand why they're the way they are. This guy just comes off as a dick for, no real reason.
No reason. Yeah, basically.
He, ruined that one guy's life, too, basically.
With, throwing off his job interview, and then he's dragging his kid along with, this whole striptease thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid, yeah, it's what? And then he's surprised that, he loses, custody or something of the kid, and I'm how are you surprised?
That part was actually a little bit funny, because, they get busted for indecent exposure, and the very next scene is the kid in basically therapy.
Yeah.
It was the funniest part of the movie, and it really shouldn't have been. But I hated that Gaz guy so much. I was you deserve that.
Yeah,
because he basically bullied everyone into doing this and stuff, and then at the very last moment he almost didn't even go on stage with everyone else.
That was just... I was so ready to just, punt him out of the room.
Yeah, and,
What an asshole.
But again, okay, I mean, again, I get that the movie was trying to make him, a bad person, but, I mean, okay, you still could have made it so he was at least... You didn't want to, punch him. Yeah, and then even then, the problem is that, well, it's not the problem because again, like, there's not too much in the movie that's like bad. It's just not interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, how can you make this premise boring? Right?
know.
The premise seems like something that would be like, you know, wacky stupid or something, and like, but it's just like, what? I don't. It's just so weird. Eh.
It was unexpectedly dull.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think that's almost like worse because again, if it was like just like stupid comedy, it'd be like at least we'd like want to maybe watch it just to see how dumb it gets, right? But yeah, it's just because again, the fact that we're just sitting there just like, we just
Kind of
don't-
waiting for it to end.
Yeah, and
really.
again, like it's a short movie. It's like less than an hour and a half, but it just felt like a long one. It was just so weird how that happened. It's like the exact opposite. Again, even like ignoring the fact that, like, even if I thought it wasn't gonna be good, and I was kind of, I don't know, right? But if I thought it was going to be not good, this was like not good in the exact opposite way that I thought it was going to be not good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If anything, I thought if this movie wasn't going to be good, I thought it would be like almost Dumb and Dumber-ish of just being too stupid, right? But it wasn't. It was the opposite. It was too boring.
It was just nothing seemed to really happen that we could really comment on besides the premise being kind of weird.
The one thing that I will say is that they kept doing the thing where they kept shoplifting from that one store.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that just supposed to be like a gag? I don't understand.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't get it either, really.
It wasn't really an effective gag then.
So, it's just not funny.
I mean, I guess if you like obscure British movies, sure,
But
but
I don't see how someone would find this that funny.
I don't know. I want to at least like say that maybe someone might like it, because it's not like
I'm
horribly
sure that people
insulting.
liked it. I'm sure people liked it for the fact that it made so much money. It's just the we're evidently not those people.
We're not the right audience.
Yeah, well, again, it didn't make so much money. I looked it up. It was like 270 million.
Oh.
The second place for the month was Conspiracy Theory, which made like 170 million. So it's like, you know, I mean, August usually doesn't have that many big films anyway. So, but again, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's meh.
Meh.
It's meh. It's meh, and it's meh leaning toward not like bad, right? It's not like
Yeah.
a bad movie. It's just not interesting to watch. I'd have no
Yeah.
reason to watch this, basically.
Basically.
Because even if I wanted to see some sort of like weird comedy, I wouldn't watch this. I'd watch a different one, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess is that everything?
I guess it feels like I have so little to say. Because I feel like the movie had so little to say. It's
I
just
think
that
this is
stuff.
the least we've ever said for like this kind of movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Way.
Alright. Bye.
Bye.
Until next time.
Until next time, will we get something good? Maybe.